Trail of Jar Jar Binks.
So take that in, guys, take that in. Ahmed Best, who is the actual voice person, the voice actor who played the original Jar Jar Binks, like he's the physical dude that was in the suit when Jake Lloyd and Liam Neeson were like, oh, Jar Jar, blah, blah, you know, that's him. So, that was my Liam Neeson. That's good. I'm going to take you. Now here's the scariest part. They're going to take you. What I do have is a very special set of skills for people like you.
In a very strange country of origin.
Where are you from, Dad? Adam?
Not exactly sure.
Not sure, but I can kill people. Well, so the point of all that was that Ahmed took a lot of flack for playing Jar Jar, and this past weekend he won an award, which was really exciting. A round of applause. And to Anakin for killing all those kids. It's kind of nice because New York still feels like a Comic-Con. Has anybody been to San Diego in the last 2 years? Am I right? San Diego is starting to be like Sundance?
Yeah, it's all about TV and film.
I went looking for toys with vendors in San Diego, and all I found were advertisement promotional booths for major motion picture companies.
Can you tell them what you dressed up as when you did that?
1 year, because I was on Buffy, and all the people who like Buffy went to Comic-Con, it was hard to just wander around. Yeah, you guys came to this one too? I thought it'd be funny, hey, maybe I won't get recognized if I dress up in a Spider-Man costume. Because everybody's in costume. But what I forgot is that I'm short, so people were like, oh, who's that short Spider-Man? And then I'd be like, oh, how much for this black hole figure? And they'd be like, what's up, Seth Green? And then even worse, I was in that costume all day. So then all day people were like, Seth Green's dressed up like Spider-Man. You can totally spot him anywhere. And then people were like, hey, you're Seth, take off your mask. And I was like, do you realize how rude that is to walk up to Spider-Man and be like, take off your mask, dude? Well, we always thought that it was really funny that Faker, who looks exactly like He-Man except he's blue with orange hair, that everyone was like, oh, He-Man, what are you doing here?
I just came from a rave. I love Seth. Seth and I have been friends for like almost a day now. And
it's like 27 hours at least. That's long enough.
Seth and I have been friends forever, and this is the only time where like I want to crawl across the table and hurt him. Is he goes and he'll pitch something and he'll go, no. I'm like, you laughed at it. That's all that matters. It's funny.
Yeah.
No.
We did that a lot too. We'd be like, that is very funny, but it's not gonna.
Yeah, it's not gonna. No.
Just to tease, T-Pain came and did a Dark Crystal rap for us, and it's really, really cool.
So real quick, do you guys have any advice for somebody trying to make their own kind of comedy skits and stuff like that?
Make it. Literally just make it. Just make it yourself, and don't let somebody tell you how to do it. Unless you're wrong and they're much smarter.
Okay, then my question is...
I don't know if I call it democracy. Dictatorship is what it is.
We've got, you know, there's a pecking order.
Yeah, it's democratic if 4 people were allowed to vote in the U.S.
Well, didn't you see that movie where Kevin Costner was the only guy allowed to vote?
Nobody saw that movie where Kevin Costner.
Oh yeah, Lucas is the only, theirs was like a passive resistance, to tell you the truth. Theirs was the only company that actually we were in any kind of contact with. I mean, the rest of the show we make it the same way they make SNL or Mad TV, where it's, you know, fair usage, defensible, First Amendment, transformative parody, of which I've become an expert in the last 4 years, guys. If anybody needs any free speech defense, okay, I'm doing some pro bono work.
Okay, so...
And they didn't let Luke Skywalker give Han the blowjob.
That's true. There was a sketch, and Brecken wrote it, as a matter of fact. It's Han and Luke in an alley, and Han, you know what happened?
Wait for the line.
Wait for the line. What do you want to say?
All right, kid. Now let's blow this thing and go.
But we don't really have screenings like test screenings. We just kind of hope for the best. I mean, we know everybody's not gonna like it. We were shocked that there's many people that like it.
Yeah.
Does anybody know what Next Door is?
It sounds much
Let's compete.
Do you guys want to try? No, wait. It's important.
They're saying, what's in there?
Do you guys want to try again? So if we can get a response. Okay, 1, 2, 3.
Oh, we beat them.
Should we just declare it a win?
Yeah.
Good job, guys. Good job. I called Tom Root in a fit, and I was like, have you seen these Burger King commercials, dude? Where the Burger King is in your house, and he's like, you wake up and he's like, meat and cheese. Have you ever seen something more terrifying? That's a horror movie. You should make a horror movie. And he was like, well, let's do it like a horror movie, the CEO, and I'm like, the guy gets a call, he's coming under the bed, you know, and that's where that sketch came from.
It's like if someone comes in and puts a box of Girl Scout cookies on the table, there are 18 sketches about Girl Scouts.
I don't know if you guys have seen, there's a Girl Scout sketch where this girl comes up and she's like, hey, I'm selling Girl Scout cookies. The guy goes, oh, do you have any Samoas? And she goes, no, lots of trefoils. And then he hits her with a hose. That is because that cute little Asian girl that's our production coordinator, Rosa Tran, she coordinated getting a whole bunch of Girl Scouts to show up at our place with dozens and dozens of boxes. And I'm crazy, so I was like, here, $200, let me get everything you got. Bought all their cookies.
And all they have are trefoils.
First thing going was the Samoas and the Thin Mints and then the Josie-Dos and occasionally the Tagalongs. But after that, it's all those Samoas, which are just straight up Girl Scout emblem stamped shortbread. No, we didn't want those trefoils atoll. They were terrible. So that's where that sketch came from. you two can write
He's so disappointed in the answer.
Seth, as you may or may not recall, last year at Comic-Con, I asked you to do a sexy pose. I was wondering if I could just bump you. You hesitated at first, but then you...
My question this Comic-Con is, can we have sex? Yeah. I mean, maybe you can give me some pointers. I do like that every time we get Brecken on the panel, his shirt comes on. So, wait, maybe you should give me an example of a sexy pose.
Yeah! Trains that lead, Coco.
Can you top that, B? No. Let's see.
Come on, Seth, let's blow this thing and go home. Oh, we have 10 minutes. Everyone gets one word.
All right, let's do it.
Okay, this is the last question because we have a 10-minute reel. We want to show you guys some new stuff. So.
Or would you rather have questions?
Why don't we take 5 more minutes of questions and then we'll show you guys the reel and then we'll go.
Yeah.
All right. So who's got important questions? Now, you guys, for real, you know if your question's important or not.
All right.
Okay. All right. Let's do it. Here. Solid Snake in the front here. Come on,
yeah, go ahead, go now. Big fan. We understand. You're probably a big fan. That's all in this room. Go.
I especially like how you are in Entourage, Seth.
That's not real. That's not an important question. Even you're in Entourage. We all love it. It's kind of like a little dinner. Okay, go.
Sketch. Hey guys, I wanted to say Star Wars Robot Chicken rules.
Thanks, man.
And I was wondering if you're going to do any more themed episodes such as that.
Maybe.
Seth, this is one's for you.
Hey, man.
Is there any news on Austin Powers 4? You let us hang out.
Oh, geez, yeah. Listen, guys, I've been waiting to tell you this all year. No. I don't know. Write Mike Myers a letter. I think he's still kind of smart from Love Guru. What do we got? Did anybody see it? See? You really hurt his feelings. He sat at home like, hope, watching the box office returns, and everyone's like, yeah, I'm gonna go see something else instead. And then he sat there and cried and was like, I guess people don't like my movies anymore. I'll never make another Austin Powers.
They're telling me if we want to see this reel, we got to do it now or we're going to be kicked out.
Okay. All right.
Last question, right?
All right, last question. Wait, and that girl behind you has a follow-up question. You can go in.
Come on.
Yeah, I was wondering because sometimes I notice that I think some like.
Where are you from?
Pardon?
Where are you from?
Apparently the UK, but I live in Jersey.
There it is.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about. All right, what you got, Jersey?
Representing Jersey, so
It was good.
I'm representing Moonstown.
Yeah.
Originally originally when we turned in the animatic, the script of the Tooth Fairy. We turned in the script of the Tooth Fairy, which is a sketch in the first season, primarily takes place off camera. Thank you very much. We got into a thing. Lazo and Keith were like, hey guys, we really don't like this sketch. We're thinking you guys should cut it. And we were like, well, we think it's really funny. Please let us film it because it's kind of cool. And if maybe you just, and they were like, no, we don't like it. We're like, maybe you just, and they're like, all right, here's enough rope to hang yourselves. So we made the sketch and then they turned around. They actually liked it. But that's the closest they've ever come. Usually we self-censor, and the best example of that is that we cut the stillborn baby sketch.
That was there though, wasn't it?
What's that?
Wasn't it actually there? Like you see, like everybody's like, oh, and then they're like.
No, we never filmed it. We just did an animatic for it. We all decided this wasn't good. It's a stillborn baby gag. I mean, you know. It's